Hey guys, Thunder E here and welcome to our review of an Ultrabook from LG. Yes, LG makes Ultrabooks and this one is coming to the US. Well, I'm talking about the LG Gram 14. Interesting name because this actually weighs less than a gram and it's a super light Ultrabook. So why don't we jump in and find out what LG has to offer with the Gram 14. So besides its weight, this is a very thin and slick Ultrabook. I like the finishing design that LG is giving this. It really looks premium. It also looks very sexy and slick. So something a lot of people will like. Now the keyboard area is reminiscent of an MacBook, but what's really important is the weight. Now LG says this thing weighs 2 pounds and on our scale it came close to that at 2.1, so that's pretty good and it actually feels that way, so that's a very important thing there, especially when regarding weight. Now in terms of ports and connectivity, you have a micro SD card port, headphone jack, micro USB, as well as USB 3.0, all on the right side of the device. So you've got a lot of connectivity, and as we move on to the other side, you see the actually more connection ports. You can also see the design language there with the undercurved nature to the LG Gram 14. Now on the left hand side, you have the power port, USB 3.0, HDMI out, and as well as 2 LED indicators for power as well as hard drive functionality, which is cool. Now you see no vents around because the vents are pretty much at the bottom of this device, and that's where you actually have ventilation. And it's interesting because it keeps it nice and slim. Now talking about that keyboard area there, now the trackpad is center placed and you can see the spacing. For me personally, I'm not a fan of the MacBook look, but I do understand the need and nature because of the spacing for your hands when you're typing. Now the trackpad is really solid, good functionality, and I really can't complain about that. The keyboard also works very well, although I wish the keys had a firmer nature to it, so when you press, you got some feedback from it, not depressing all the way through. But still, I found it quite useful. You also have control keys at the top. You can toggle display settings and things like that. So it's really functional, as well as the power button up there. Now, in terms of specs, this comes with an IPS display. It's a 1080p display for this 14-inch Ultrabook. You can see the thinner bezels on the side, not on the top or the bottom. In terms of also full specs, it's powered by a 5th generation Core i7. You've got 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, as well as Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, ABG, and connectivity. So you've got all that there. But I have to say, even though it's a 1080p display, this thing actually is vibrant and looks pretty slick. So I do like that. I really love the performance from this. Now, in terms of battery life, LG promises about 7.5 hours. I've got about 8.5, even closer to 9, depending on my use case scenario, web browsing, as well as also watching movies. This thing is really solid. It's something I can see a lot of people just taking with them on the road, kicking back like I am here, opening it up and relaxing because it's super light. Now, if it's a traditional Ultrabook, so there is no touchscreen functionality as we mentioned there, but this is something that I think someone would definitely love to use and carry around with them. So I can definitely see people actually picking this up and using this for whatever case scenario they want to, because it really is a nice, comfortable, and easy to use Ultrabook overall. So spending some time with the LG Gram 14, in my case 2 weeks, I have to say that LG's done a very good job with this Ultrabook. It's really light. It's 2.1 pounds. It's a really light Ultrabook, 13 inches. It's got a lovely display. Even though it's 1080p, still is a really vibrant and sharp display. What I do like about it is the performance. I've gone from this with a 5th gen Core i7, though I wish it was a 6th gen processor, but I know, of course, that just rolled out. And also, just in terms of overall use, I think this is really comfortable and easy to use. The standby time is something I really love with this here, because I was able to use it intermittently without actually needing to charge it. Turn it off, close it. It just handles standby very well, which a lot of laptops do not do well, I would say that. Battery life is about 8.5 hours is what I got. LG says 7.5, so I'm cool with that. I'm glad I'm getting better. Then again, I think just performance-wise, this is really solid. Things I didn't like too much. I'm not a fan of the keyboard layout. I wish they actually went with something a little bit different, and I also wish the keys were a little bit firmer as you press down. So it felt just a little bit loose there. Trackpad was still very good. I did like the performance from that, and I love the overall ability to have different multiple ports on this device. It's very thin, it's very light, it's very portable. So if you guys want to find out more about the LG Gram 14, I have a link for you guys down below. Definitely check it out and see more about this Ultrabook from LG. Don't forget to like this video, guys, share this video, and favorite this video. Do subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.